Hey everyone, Steve here from PC Budget Solutions, and I don't know where this unboxing is going to fall at. I have several unboxings that you may have already seen and some performance testing in the i9 versus the 2700X, but I digress. And yes, that is a quote from Jay's 2 cents. I just like the quote. But today I got something here. So this is kind of big. Oh. And maybe you already saw it. I'm looking for the exact model number, but I got it on sale for $299. It just says the Acer ED3 series. So let's see if I can. So it's 32-inch, not really what I was going for, but it is 1440p and it is 144 Hertz. So as you guys know, I went with two 24-inch monitors. 4K takes a lot to run, and a single Vega 64 is just not a great experience. I know in WoW it didn't make a huge difference going down settings and resolution, but it did pop about 30-40% more performance, and I would like the smoother frame rate. That's another problem is having a Freesync range between 35 and 60 just makes it a little bit difficult sometimes. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this. We're going to unbox it and do all sorts of fun stuff, but I'm going to bring you guys along for the ride to see what you would experience if you bought it, I guess. So come on, let's roll. First things first, we're going to go ahead and take our knife and slice that part open. We're going to put our knife back in a safe spot. Go ahead and undo these two flaps, and this should open up. Yes, just like that. Just like that. So let's see what we got. We got the display port. Loving that. Standard power cord. I think I love that even more. I hate when they don't use these standard power cords, when the power supply is not built into the monitor. Just not a thing. Interesting. Okay, so it's packed with hard foam. We're going to flip this over to get it out though. So just, when you got to do something like this, just be careful. You can't see my foot, but I'm tucking the edge under a little bit. And then I will slide this over. And when you pull up, try to pull off and angle it towards you. And that would be so it doesn't fall over, as this almost did twice. So even my method, being safe, isn't exact. So we have a stand, which is good. We'll take a quick look at it. I think this looks VESA, if I'm not mistaken. We'll take a look at that. But part of the stand, not the base though. Looks like this part right here is what goes up against there. Yes. Here's the bottom part of the stand here. And then we are going to carefully remove this. This is curved. Not actually something I like, but for the price, I really couldn't beat it. It was cheaper than like Pixos, so. But funny story for you guys. We'll talk a little more about it when we go to install everything. But this says DVI. It also says HDMI. It also has a display port. I'm curious, when I get my cable back, I wonder if this will actually do 144 Hertz at that resolution. But yeah, we'll talk about that story in a minute. But let's get her assembled first. So assembly is actually quite easy. So you can see there's like a plastic piece at the bottom here. And there's a little button. It's hard to see, but it's right here. So I'm going to lift that up. Put that down in there. I let go way too soon. Oh, sorry. That's what I want to do. And then, there we go. Now it's popped back down into place. So that was easy. And then the stand, if it's anything like what I've seen with Acer and LG recently, this is going to be super simple. I'm going to slide this back so you guys can see a little better. Yes, so this has a nut back here. So I'm going to grab, conveniently I have my flathead screwdriver ready. That's a first. And then we'll go ahead and just screw this down. I'm hoping this doesn't have a lot of wobble. That was a problem with like my ultra wide that I had, is there's a lot of wobble. That's not too bad. So that's it. That's all. Funny story. No, I didn't drop it. Yeah. Anyway, I just built a computer. I have like 3 of them selling right now. And the Sapphire, the OEM card that you guys saw that I did a surprise unboxing of, it only had DVI-D out. And every single like $150, $200 14 or 144 hertz monitor that I recommended for this kid to buy for this computer that I'm selling, which had a Ryzen 5, 1600, 16 gigs RAM, SSD, all that. It was a good computer. And none of them had DVI-D. So I was like, oh, well, just use DVI-D to DisplayPort. We'll get you an adapter. You need an active adapter, and the only ones that work cost $100, and they're powered by USB. So I ordered him an RX 570 instead of the 470. It was like $140 compared to the $130 that I paid. So it wasn't really much difference. And we're going to install that because they need a DisplayPort. But that's the joke. This has a DVI input. That's why I'm curious if it'll do 1440p 144Hz. It should do 1080p 144Hz, but I'm curious if it'll do it or not. But thank you guys for tuning in. If you like this video and this monitor, you can buy it in the description. What I'll do is I'll just do a general search for this kind of monitor. But if you like this video, hit that. If you disliked it, I guess you can hit the dislike button. Buy this if you're interested. It helps me out if you buy it. I make a couple shillings on that. But as always, this is Steve from PC Budget Solutions, and I'll see you later on down the road.